Hey guys, Len from XP Team USA on a Saturday night. All three of us are pretty tired. I'm sitting here with Alan and Jim from Minnesota. I hooked up with Alan online, and he said he usually comes down to Iowa maybe once a year to do some metal detecting. And man, we put two and two together, and he was interested in going to the coal mine, and he brought Jim with him. And guys, why don't you say hi to the XP team out there? You guys are Deus users.
Definitely. Hi guys.
Did you guys have a good time today?
We had a good time. Awesome time.
First of all, I can't believe this guy on the left, Jim. He's older than I am, and this guy hunted straight for like, what, 9 hours?
Yep.
Oh my God, it's dark out. But we're back at their motel, and we are in Ankeny, Iowa. We laid some finds out. What city are you guys from up north?
Hibbing, Minnesota?
Higbee?
Hibbing.
Hibbing. And Jim?
And I'm from a little teeny town called Greenie. It's kind of like the coal mining town we were at.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
but it's in the North Woods, so it's about 50 miles from Canada.
That's great. So you guys come down to Iowa ever so often just because I'm sure you got frost in the ground.
Oh, definitely. We drove the storm all the way down straight through the other night just to get here.
And you visited Boone, Iowa when you first got in?
And Fraser, Iowa.
Fraser, Iowa. And I know personally Boone is a big train station, and they got, I think, one of the longest trestles, the highest trestle, but maybe the longest trestle in the United States. I don't know for sure.
Okay.
But anyway, so when you looked at Enterprise when we pulled in this morning, did you say, oh no, this is going to be
there?
And right now, how's your feeling after just going there today?
Pretty excited.
Pretty excited.
Really excited.
So you'd want to come back?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And even if they turned the soil over 12 inches, you'd probably want to come back. And
sure.
we had Chris Moan join us today also. He's going to a hunt in Creston, Iowa tomorrow, a seated hunt, but he couldn't be here with us today. But I just congrats to Chris because he found 5 rare tokens today that aren't in the U.S. catalog. So I took one home with me, and I'll clean it up for him for the weekend so we can ID it. But he got some Enterprise tokens. But we're going to talk a little bit about the ORX because I feel that both of these guys found, what do you think? What's a percentage? 90%?
90%.
90% of the finds, and I'm going to tilt down a little bit to show you what we found there today. And maybe I'll just have the guys kind of grab a few and tell you what they are. They're not really cleaned up yet, but we can definitely tell you what they are. Go ahead, Alan.
All right, these are some kind of, I guess, Mongolian. We don't really know if they're door knockers or what, but they're pretty small. They're probably about the size of a 50-cent piece.
Brass.
They're pretty awesome looking. They're kind of scary.
They look like we thought they were like a clown face.
Yeah, a mean looking clown.
And they're a little bent, but
we'll straighten them out.
Yeah, I told him, once he gets home, he can maybe heat them up a little bit, and I think they'll pull right out. They're kind of cool. And what else would you find at a coal mine that, they couldn't use horses back then, but what's that?
I wanted this bad. Come off a mule.
Mule shoe, and there were tons of mules used.
And it's small.
Yes, and it was used at Enterprise. I mean, the mules were short, and they went down in the coal mines fine, and they would drag the small cars back full of coal up to the surface, and then eventually to the railroad tracks. What else? Oh my God!
I didn't know what this was, but Lennie was more excited than me because I didn't know what it was. But it's a coal miner's tag, number 113.
And that is brass. I found 2 of them out there last week, and those are a special issue manufacturer. The guy had a patent on a machine, and he had like 5 apprentices working for him. And if you notice, the lettering isn't stamped; it's actually
raised.
It's raised print. So this guy would sell them all over the U.S. to coal mine companies and use those as tags. And of course, he's deceased now. The guy was born like in 1860, And I think he started, his place burnt down in like 1893. So he can tell you how old those are right there. Show us some more finds, guy. What about you, Jim? We'll switch over to Jim for a minute.
Well, when I heard you could get some, just pick them off the ground kind of finds, the marbles kind of were something I was looking for.
Yeah.
I was able to get a couple pretty nice
Beautiful marbles.
marbles.
Hold them up about a foot. Look
How's
at
that?
these. Yeah, those are both agates. And I think there's a name for the brown one. I mean, these things are super nice. I've never found an agate type marble there. I'm usually clays.
Small one.
Then I picked up 3 clay and another agate type marble, a little rough shape, but I'll clean it up and see what we can do with it.
Beautiful.
Beautiful marbles.
What else in surface finds?
Surface finds, got 2 glass stoppers, 1 clear.
Look at these beautiful glass
One purple.
stoppers. Beautiful.
Now, did they really seal the jars good when they put those in, or did it leak?
I mean the bottle?
The bottle, I mean, yeah.
Oh boy, I don't know about that. I
Well,
wouldn't.
how
I
good
wouldn't
was-
have drank the whiskey or whatever they were in. After.
Was it with just pure glass that went over glass, and it wasn't no cork on there at all? Or
No,
nothing.
it would just. It was made for the diameter of the bottle, so
Okay.
those are somewhat smaller bottles. I mean, they could have been
Medicine or
medicine or perfume or whatever. Someone that used it quite often, maybe perfume, maybe medicine. You know.
Picked up a porcelain drawer pull or door handle, whatever, one or the other.
Exactly. And Alan found an ornate drawer pull that I really love. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that
Detail,
brass piece is. We thought, you know, when I originally found one, I thought it was like to a toy tractor.
Yep.
But no, that is a drawer pull, and it's not broke or nothing, man. So
beautiful shape. Beautiful shape.
what else we got, guys?
Couple of weird tokens here. They're
Oh, they're weird.
yeah, they were different. I didn't know what they were, but
I'll tell you
They're
how weird they
beautiful.
are. Those are actually, they say Enterprise Drug Company. So just think, there was probably only one pharmacist in that town where everybody got their medicine, and those 2 tokens are very rare. They're almost obsolete. I think I found 2. I don't think anybody else found any of those. So Alan came up with 2 of those Enterprise
Super big.
tokens.
and then a surface find. I didn't even have to detect. I seen it sitting there, and it's a watch fob of a elk from the Elks Club.
So that, yeah, Elks, you know, back in the day, there were a lot of organizations like that, lodges, and that is a beautiful brass.
Yeah, should clean up nice.
Yes, very good. What about that buckle? I'm impressed with that buckle.
Buckle. Oh, right here.
Look at this buckle, man. Nice brass.
I think it says. Is there a number on that? Nope. I thought that was a number.
Great
That was a nice
shape.
buckle.
Probably a woman wore that, you know, with her dress, and it's great shape.
Old button that says Wabash.
Wabash. I
Wabash.
Googled it. I don't know what it is. It could be some type of, you know, maybe work clothes. It could have went on maybe, you know, even a shirt. I have no clue. We haven't found that, you know, researched that quite enough yet.
I found a lid would go to, I guess China lid would have went on a little teapot or
Yeah,
something
porcelain or
that children played with. It was would be a toy.
yeah, the lid for a teapot. Yep, exactly.
Show them your key there.
Oh, yeah. I found one of these, I think last fall. This thing is so ornate.
Can't see all the detail on it probably.
It's got beautiful detail. It actually isn't a clock winder. I thought it was. And the difference between Jim's and mine, he has a nut on it, so it would fit tight on the music box, but that was on a very expensive music box. It's full brass. I mean, what else could you do in a coal mine? What did they?
Yes.
This is very impressive because I haven't found this style, but show them that pick.
There's a coal miner's pick.
Isn't that beautiful?
You can see where the handle was attached.
Yep.
Yep, that's
Awesome.
a sweet find right there.
Awesome. It's got a little silver thimble, squished, but still a thimble.
Yep, nice.
Might be silver.
Nice find. And I told these guys about lead seals before they came down.
We didn't know what they were.
They didn't know what they were, and I told them they're very rare and they're marked, and they were kind of used as a communication, kind of like UPS does with their tracking. And the company that either sent the stuff through railroad or stagecoach or whatever back in the day, you know, they'd have their flour or coffee or, you know, beans or salt, sugar in burlap sacks, and they'd cinch this together with a wire that went through these lead seals, and they're all marked with initials saying for communication what, you know, warehouse or the manufacturer was. So they were pretty impressed in finding those. I know we could have found more, but great finds.
These, I didn't know what they were. Lennie threw one at me, the first one. Then I started seeing what they were, but they're for electrolysis. They're from a battery, you say?
Yeah, battery cores, yep. And they work great for electrolysis.
And that's what we're going to use, be cleaning these heavy iron up. What do you got there, Jim?
Got a little teeny padlock that I dug. Don't have any
cute
information on it yet, but I'll clean it up and see if we can find something.
Yeah, not real little, but it's solid brass. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any initials on it,
I couldn't see any in.
but it's a nice lock. It really is.
Lots of Indian head pennies.
A lot of Indian heads.
A lot of Indian heads.
Yeah, I got some.
Jim's got some.
And this was from a different town we found in yesterday, but I just wanted to show how nice this Indian was.
The difference
Nice and
between chemical field compared to
Yep, definitely.
good, rich Iowa dirt.
Sure
That
come out
Indian's
nice.
pure green, no corrosion whatsoever.
I got a coin, which Denny found out is a 2 heller from Australia,
2 howler Australian coin. So just
1912.
1912.
yeah, so somebody brought that, you know, maybe they came here and worked in the coal mine and, you know, they lost it or, you know, whatever. It's hard to say.
And an 1899 barber dime.
Very good.
That was a
was
good
awesome.
find.
Yeah, it looked shinier earlier.
Yeah,
Got a little dirty.
it's dried up maybe.
It's a lot better than the barber I found today, that's for sure. Very good.
A little gold gilt butterfly.
That's a nice piece.
That was a cute little
I can
piece.
see the gold on it
The
right
ORX
now.
picked that up, and that was deep, and the ORX picked it up hard. I mean, it hit really hard with the ORX.
Very good.
Trade token, good for 5 cents in trade. I don't know exactly.
I don't know if I ever looked at
Some-
that.
Some station, Iowa station.
Yeah, it was like Grand Junction or Grand Valley or Spring Valley, Iowa or something on it. We haven't quite ID'd it yet, but it could be a rare one for sure.
And this was found over in Fraser too. It's a pendant, but I believe it's from France. Napoleon.
Beautiful.
It's
Get it a
beautiful.
little bit closer. And it's got gold gilt on it, guys. It is a very nice metal type.
Yes.
Look at that thing. Beautiful. That was a nice find.
Probably can't see this one in very good detail, but it's a button.
We're going to post that. You, Alan, is more excited than Jim. Tell him what it, you remember what it is? Yes.
Yes.
It's a bear.
It's a bear.
Teddy
Teddy
bear.
Roosevelt bear.
It's a Teddy Roosevelt bear, 1902.
And the bear had gold gilt on it. The bear did.
Very, very.
We thought it was Smokey the bear.
It's from Theodore Roosevelt, so it's quite rare.
Definitely. What else do we
A
got here?
brass drawer pole. It's a more ornate.
Yeah, here, let me
fine
see
type
that one.
stuff on there.
I'm behind the camera, guys, but I suppose I could hold some of these. But this is a very, very well, nice made piece of brass. There you go. You can see it. The light in here is hitting it finally, but very beautiful.
And some other piece of brass, kind of oriented. It'll have little flowers on it, and could have been a hairpin or a brooch, or
Yeah, it could have been just a brooch or something.
yeah.
Another heavy piece of brass that's ornate. It looks like it might have went on top of a lamp or on a handle on top of a lid of something.
It's got the threads down the middle, so yeah, this might have went on. Who knows? You're right, some type of lamp or. But man, didn't they make things quite beautiful
They
back
don't
then?
make them like that nowadays, do they?
Not anything
Not at
broke
all.
on this at all, man. Once he gets this cleaned up, it's going to be nice.
Found an old button. It's a 2-hole. It seems to be made out of a shell.
Yeah, I don't
That
know
was
much
surface
about
fine.
that. It's
That was
got to
kinda
be
cool.
old, but it's really shiny. What about your watch? so you know what time it is to go home tomorrow.
Yeah, it says it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Still got
A
some
little watch.
Still got some coal mine water in
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah, this one. Part of a cuff link.
Yes, let me hold it up. I can get this. This has got gold gilt on it, guys. This is a cuff link, and it's.
that thing that got
I don't
thrown.
know if that is like some type of arrow, but I don't know. It's really sweet looking. I mean, in the sun it looked really nice. So once he gets that cleaned up, there's the back of it there. So nice cuff link, Jim.
We got a few toasted V-nickels.
Yes.
We can tell they're V-nickels.
Yeah.
I love digging those.
3 V nickels.
Indians. I didn't get no wheat out there at all. We got was Indians out there. This
Right.
came from the other spot. But
What about we bet a lot of silverware parts, handles, few spoons, a lot of lead. Did you bring that ingot lead piece in? That big
Oh, yeah, that was big.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah,
Jim
that was
found
probably
a-
about that big.
Yeah, big like a what would you call it? Like a brick.
Yeah, it was
Where
poured, it was poured in a form.
Yeah, and they cut it off as they used it. But he found this one piece of lead. It almost looks like a dice. Like someone was trying to make maybe a play dice or something. Maybe a kid at school or something. Just kind of weird. It might have detail on it, but right now it's solid lead.
Definitely.
All right, does that pretty much do it?
That looks pretty good.
Some bullets, a lot of shotgun shell casings
A lot of
today.
shotgun shell casings.
A lot.
A lot.
Very. Did you find a ring too, or not?
No, that was
There's a bushing off
that
a copper.
We had a good time. A little chilly for me, but I took breaks. Chris Moan did such a great job. I mean, that guy, he found so many tokens.
He was the token man.
He was a token king.
Definitely.
I want to talk a little bit about the ORX. All three of us use the Deus. We have for some years now, and I was excited for these two to swing it. Alan, what's your observations of it? I mean, did it remind you of the Deus, or was it a complete different animal? Did it make you relax? I mean, what about
It was light like the Deus, but I think it was a lot quieter. It was way more stable for me. For swinging in, I mean, it hit some stuff, I dug probably 9 inches deep with it, and it hit it hard. And it was super stable. I mean, like, I used my Deus for a while in the morning, and then I switched to the Oryx, and I probably found 90% of this with the Oryx. It was unbelievable.
And I used the Oryx in the morning, and I got 90% of my stuff with the Oryx.
And you liked it?
And I
Oh,
liked
definitely,
it.
definitely.
It's great. When it locks on, a good signal, it locks on,
Right.
and
Yeah,
trust it and dig.
I think I got maybe close to 40 hours on it, and it's been a while since I ran the Deus, but I ran the Deus part of the day too, well, most of the day, I guess. And I just feel more comfortable with the ORX. I mean,
Definitely.
easy 3 tones. I mean, you're not having to look so much at VDIs. You can just go by tone, and once you get that solid, repeatable tone, you might look at the VDI, but where we were at, everything's so old that you want to dig it.
You dig everything.
Just dig it.
You got to dig it,
Yep.
man, because it could be anything. But I'm really impressed with these guys. They did one heck of a job. And you guys gonna go back tomorrow?
Definitely.
Yeah.
What times it get late?
How many?
You're gonna bring the Oryx?
How many hours is it up there? Trip?
About 7.5, maybe 8 to your house.
Yeah.
So you thinking maybe a breakfast hunt? You want me to meet you there, or no? Yeah, or call it
Do you
quits?
get up that early?
Yeah, I think
We're gonna be there by daybreak. We're hoping you were there, gonna be there with us.
with egg McMuffins.
Another thing, I dug a lot of big iron because I wanted one of these so bad, because he told me about these little horseshoes out there, and I dug a lot of other iron, and then finally on the way in, when it was starting to get dark, I hit this, and I was so happy.
Yeah, we don't have it here, but I dug a couple axe heads. So many axe heads.
Oh yeah, we forgot our axe heads. Beautiful axe heads we dug.
Yes.
Yep.
You did, and hatchets.
Yep.
Like a roofing hatchet with the hammered in. So the guys were definitely putting wood shake on the house,
Yep.
and they would do their skill with that axe hammer. So, what else can you think about that? I mean, would you recommend the ORX for a beginner? I mean, it's not
Definitely.
hard.
It's not hard.
Easy to use.
I mean, I think it's set up just so good.
It is.
Yeah. Smooth, good sound. I like the sound.
Crisp sounds on it.
And
I
pretty
like the headphones too.
and pretty much this was really your first time using the MI6 pinpointer, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And what are your feelings?
Oh, I love it. I didn't know if I'd
That's
like it
nice.
at first. When I first heard that noise, it seemed a little weird to me. But then, by the time the second time, I knew what it was. I didn't even know what the sound was coming from, and it was coming in my headphones. And it was pretty cool.
And you know, you can change the pitch on it. You can change the frequency, you know, to your liking of your hearing, and you know, of course, the sensitivity, man.
Oh,
I mean, you can dial it in any way you want.
And you know when you're on it.
Yes,
You know when you're on it.
it's a great pinpointer. And I told them to, you know, maybe start watching our podcast every other Friday, and maybe they get a chance in one of the drawings to win a pinpointer. But I know the prices come down on them. They're very affordable. And I think they last close to 28 hours on one charge.
On one charge. And that's nice. You can just recharge it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely. Is that the only pinpointer you can recharge, ain't it? I've never heard
No,
of
they
that.
got a little brother to the MI6.
Oh, they do?
A
Okay.
lot of guys could use that with different, you know, brands of detectors, and it
Okay.
works really good. But yeah, this is, you know, works with either the ORX or the Deus.
Or the
So
Deus.
it's a great pinpointer. What else? We didn't eat very good today.
No.
We're probably all four of us are probably dehydrated.
Yep.
It's about what, 9 o'clock maybe? I don't even know, but
Probably close to it.
it's dark out. So I guess we're gonna go maybe in the morning for a little bit. But we wish RC Dunn was here. His daughter is dancing in competition all weekend, and I would have liked to have him been there to help me do some more videos. But I did shoot a lot of videos I'll be putting out pretty quick. And I had a great time, guys. I'm glad to meet you
We had
guys.
an awesome time.
Likewise.
And hopefully, you know, maybe, you know, you guys can come down, you know, the fall or the spring
Definitely,
like this
definitely,
every year,
definitely.
you know, before we kick the bucket.
Thanks a lot for the invite.
Yeah,
I really
I-
appreciate it.
I-
And if you ever want to come up our way,
Yeah.
It's a
Just
little
ask.
colder up there. You still got a lot of frost in the ground, but and a
Well,
foot of snow.
I might fit in Chris Moan's long undies.
There you go.
So I could borrow some. All right, guys. Hey, we'll say goodbye to you guys and so long until next time. But I hope you enjoyed this live feed from Enterprise, Iowa. Say goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys.